Okay, so then that at least that's right. But yeah, so we'll go through it here again. This time I did well, it was already on for the other one, but in this case it's actually going to be used. Have my auto detect bend lines, so
Mm-hmm.
it'll see where the bend line is, set it as a marking line, and then I do have it set to modify the bend line. So rather than getting something like this that goes completely across the part, it'll just add in 1 inch tick marks. So I'll just get a little tick here on here on the ends. It's up to you whether you use the actual modifier or not. And then I'll
Actually,
also get,
I do like that a lot. Can you offset from the edge a little bit? Can you say don't mark all the way to the edge, but like go an inch in from the edge and then
I
etch
I
3 inch
don't
mark?
think we have a way to offset from the edge. You can
Okay.
set what your length is. So in this case, it's just gonna add 1 inch ticks. But if you wanted it 2 inch, 3 inch ticks, you can change that. But there's no
Okay.
offset, unfortunately. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then
I
we
think we
will
can work
also,
around that, but that's good to know.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, we'll also add in the bend direction. So if it's a 90 degrees up or 80 degrees down, that
Mm,
kind of stuff,
yeah,
that'll get added there as well. And
good.
then that's the only thing that was different about this one. Again, same exact setup. Otherwise, we'll just hit OK on this one, get that brought in. And then again, it just takes just a minute or so to get this kind of processed and converted and brought into Sigma here completely.
Yeah.
And then for your bend parts, we do recognize if there's a flat pattern in SolidWorks, and we'll grab the flat pattern version of that part if we see it.
Okay. That's a good question because we do a lot of our design in the sheet metal module within SolidWorks,
Okay.
which usually gives us the opportunity to flatten and get a flat pattern for those parts. Is it reading the K value from SolidWorks itself, or is it kind of doing its own?
So no, we're doing our own, but we have material tables in SigmaNest with the K value in those tables that
Mhm.
it would be reading from. So it you would just want to make sure that they match up and they're the
Yeah.
same as what SolidWorks is reading.
Okay.
Um, and that's in the event that there's not a flat pattern, then we'll do the unfolding.
Okay. And then, yeah, sometimes at least SolidWorks can be a little bit goofy. I don't know how much you work with it,
Mhm.
um, but there it will create a new configuration that is called the flat,
Yeah.
basically the flat. But it doesn't do that automatically until you create a 2D drawing and you import a flat drawing. Like it doesn't auto-generate that, at least for us, for some
No.
reason. So would that be a problem here? Like it has the flat option like in the design tree
Mhm.
that you can manually trigger and whatnot, or you can toggle the flat option within the design ribbon there. But what
So
does it need
I'm
that
not as
configuration
familiar
actively in the part file?
I'm not as familiar with that off the top of my head. If we're reading for the flat configuration or if we're just reading for the flat design feature.
Right. That's
I can double check on that though and
mhm.
get you an answer on that.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Yeah, but then this, I mean, this is an example of the part here, and I'm fairly certain that this is the rolled one, but it adds the little 1 inch tick marks on the end, and if I zoom in here,
oh yeah.
we have the little tags being added there. And then there's options whether you want to actually mark these onto the part itself and etch them,
Hmm.
or if you just want them to show up just in your reports and you don't actually need to spend any machining time on those kinds of things. And then we
Yeah.
have the ticks there available as well for marking or etching, anything like that.
Yep. That's great. Yeah. Like we'd probably go longer than an inch.
Yeah,
But yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how large these parts were here,
Yeah.
but yeah.